Yo guys, what is up? It's your boy Blazer Respawn. Today we're going to be doing the top 10 guns in Call of Duty history. And this is just off of my personal opinion, my own experience with the guns, what I thought, how enjoyable they were, how OP they were, whatever it is. You guys can leave down below what you guys personally thought. And so yeah, let's just hop right into it. Real quick, shout out to the honorable mentions. I have the AK-47 AK-74U, which AK-74U is kind of like a submachine gun variant of the AK-47. Gotta throw those two in there. And also the MSMC and PDW, both those guns were overpowered SMGs. Back in the Black Ops 2 days, the PDW ended up getting nerfed and the MSMC kind of rose to power above it, but the PDW was better before then, so those two kind of equal out in my mind. And obviously the SPAS 12, this gun could have easily made it on the list. Again, the top 10 was really tight for me, and I don't know, me personally, you guys will see later on in the video, there's one shotgun I thought that stood out more so than that one, so that one just barely got left out. But yeah, without further ado, let's jump it right into the number 10 spot. Coming at number 10 is the Scar L or its variant, the Scar H, which is pretty much the exact same gun. I don't really know why they changed the name. This was featured in Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, and Modern Warfare 2. And to me, this is personally like the ACR, just with a little bit more punch and kick to it. And it's a laser beam still, has really good kick, slightly slower fire rate than the ACR. But overall, I thought this was a gun that was always kind of overlooked and is a really good, nice, steady gun that I've always loved throughout CODs, and it's very reliable. Coming in at number 9 is the MP40, back from World at War, and it was featured in some older CODs, but we're just talking about COD 4 up. And the MP40 was a fucking monster back in COD 4. Outside the Thompson, that's pretty much the only gun anyone ever used. And it was a submachine gun, even though it really had more of an assault rifle feel to it. And it actually didn't have the best recoil pattern in my opinion, but it was just a beast. But a nice good big old drum magazine on it, and you were just going to tear through people. And because obviously back then they didn't have as much attachments, but yeah, that was just the go-to weapon in World at War. Anyone who's played that game will know what I'm talking about and will totally agree with the number 9 spot. If anything, you can make an argument for it being higher. Coming in at number 8, which may surprise some of you, but it is the ACR, which was featured in Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. But to me personally, obviously this thing was a fucking laser beam. It had a very nice rate of fire for how accurate it was, but it was just slightly too much of a pea shooter to me for me to put it into the top 5 or above like most people do. Now, obviously, when I say pea shooter, that's compared to these other amazing guns. To most other guns, it's not. But just a couple of these guns above the list just barely, I feel like I could get kills faster with it. But yeah, obviously the ACR is one of the all-time great guns. Just to me personally, not my favorite go-to gun, but still love it. Coming at number 7, which may surprise you guys a lot more, is the RPD. Now, before you guys start freaking out, this gun was featured in COD 4 Modern Warfare 2, and anyone who has used it would totally agree with me. This gun was totally overlooked. It was a laser beam, probably as accurate as the ACR. Killed in about 2 shots, especially if you throw in some stopping power FMJ on it. You could even probably get a one-shot headshot kill. I'm not sure about that. This thing was just a beast. You could sit in the back of a map and just pretty much go on a fucking tear. It was the easiest thing to get a nuke with. Obviously, I put it, though, only at number 7, because it is really newbie, and obviously has a slow rate of fire being a light machine gun, but mainly just because it's kind of a newbie gun to use. But it is a fucking beast, so I had to put it up in there. Coming in at number 6 is the M4 sniper rifle, back from COD 4, which a lot of you old snipers will appreciate. This thing had an extremely nice feel to it, looked really nice, was slick. And pretty much anyone who's a diehard sniper knows this is where sniping got started off, and that gun was a beast. I personally liked it a lot, had a very good feel to it. I don't know why, though, I wasn't the best with quick scoping at it. I shouldn't say best, I was very inconsistent. But yeah, this gun was a fucking beast, and you can't have a top 10 without having this gun in there. It'll go down as one of the all-time greats. Coming in at number 5 is kind of like its brother from back from COD 4 is the M16. It was featured in many other CODs such as Black Ops or Modern Warfare 2, but in COD 4 it big time stuck out, but Modern Warfare 2 was still a beast in. Black Ops I thought it was pretty good in, but a lot of people thought it was awesome. I didn't think so. That one's more controversial. But obviously COD 4, before this thing got patched, was a fucking beast. Throw on stopping power and near unstoppable with it. Could kill guys in one burst. Kind of same deal with Modern Warfare 2, maybe not quite one burst, but with FMJ and stopping power, it was still pretty overpowered. And so yeah, this gun, you can't have a top 10 list just like the M4 without having this gun on it. It's impossible. Any old COD fan knows it, and that's why it comes in at number 5 on my list. I'll just like to make it clear real quick. These top 4 guns are the best guns in their respective classes, and to me are just slightly above number 5 through number 15. Number 5 through number 15, it was all extremely tight race. That could have gone any other way. But yeah, these top 4 were clear and obvious to me. And these top 4 also, how it goes could go either way. It was really hard for me to put together. But yeah, I just wanted to clear that up real quick. So without further ado, coming at number 4 is the UMP-45 featured in Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, and especially Modern Warfare 2. This thing was a beast. You throw on some stopping power and FMJ, which that was already just overpowered Modern Warfare 2, but anyway, you could kill people 2 shots across the map, had fast fire rate, perfect recoil, nice clip size, wasn't too fast of a fire rate where you burnt through ammo, didn't even really need a lot of attachments, had clean sights, nice looking gun. I mean, God, this gun was just awesome. I love it. It's my favorite SMG of all time, and I really wish they would bring it back. Coming in at the number 3 spot will forever be my personal favorite gun. It will always be right in my heart, and I've always wanted them to bring it back. The other 2 are probably slightly better, but the feeling of this gun I love. Surprisingly, it's a sniper, and is also the intervention from Modern Warfare 2. And I've never understood why they didn't bring this gun back. It's a fan favorite. Everyone loves it. Every montage clip you've ever seen, probably, I mean, it's impossible not to know about the intervention if you know anything about the sniping community. There's a lot of snipers that still go back to try to use this sniper. It was just a beast for montages, and I love it. It was just, oh my gosh, I so badly wish they'd bring this gun back, at least in one more game. But I just can't believe they only had one game. But yeah, without further ado, the intervention to me was the best sniper ever, and it comes in at my number 3 spot. And then coming in at number 2, which this one was a really tight race, is the Models 1887, featured in Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. Mainly we're going to be talking about Modern Warfare 2, like a lot of these guns, because Modern Warfare 2, if you throw on some FMJ stopping power, it makes it overpowered. And the Modern Warfare 2 guns were just slightly more overpowered than Modern Warfare 3 guns. I personally like the Modern Warfare 3 guns that well, but the models in that were still really good. But the reason why they're so overpowered in Modern Warfare 2 is you get akimbo, FMJ, and stopping power, and you're a fucking beast. Before these things got patched, you could literally snipe guys across the map at an unlimited range. And even after they got patched, I remember I got my first nuke with them. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty campy. But I sat inside the building. It was a snow map. It has a train wreck on it. I can't quite remember, to be honest. But I just sat in there, camped with them, had my akimbo on, and no one can fucking touch you because you get 2 shots off, kills them in 1. I mean, you're just a tank. Flips around, has a really nice look to it, clean sights, kind of old-fashioned, just looks sweet. And this was hands down the greatest shotgun ever. SPAS 12 comes in really close, but to me, the models had a slightly better feel. Before they were patched, no one could argue they were the greatest shotguns ever, and I still think you can make an argument after the patch. And then coming in at my number 1 spot, which again, this top 4 is an extremely tight race, but I personally love this gun. I fell in love with it, and that was the FAMAS from Modern Warfare 2, surprisingly, not Black Ops. And I kind of overlooked this gun when the actual game was out, but probably around actually the Black Ops Modern Warfare 3 kind of era, I went back, started playing, slapped on some FMJ. I usually use a red dot sight and then stopping power, and God, this thing, I remember it blew my mind. Once I figured out how good that was, I just played for nonstop hours with this thing. It was amazing. Killed people with 1 burst all the way across the map, had fast fire rate. In between burst was quick. I mean, in my opinion, it is the most overpowered gun of all time. I almost want to say overlooked, where it's not. People understand it was a really good gun, but I feel like only diehard COD fans do who have really gotten into COD. And outside of that, I don't know how many people actually know. Most basic people go with the Black Ops version, which don't get me wrong, that gun was awesome, but God, this gun was just fucking unbelievable. If they brought it back on a COD and it was that powerful, people would be bitching for days. I mean, it was just like, to me, from what I hear, because I wasn't around back in the COD 4 era, the M16 pre-patch, and this thing was even patched as well, and it's still a fucking tank. And any of these top 4, pretty much from the Modern Warfare 2 series, I suggest you guys go back and play that. I know there's a lot of new tubes, but God, they had some of the best guns, man, I'm telling you. But So yeah, guys, that's pretty much about it. That's my top 10. Be sure to leave in the comments below what you guys think, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and go check out a couple of my other videos. And thanks, guys, for watching. Peace.